I have been trying to take a video of Artemis's progress on his lead for the last couple of days, and every time I've done it, my phone has died. So hopefully today is the day. So we've already had such a better start. Good boy. Well done. Then we did a couple of days ago. You know, you're always expected to have good and bad days. That's just the way loose lead walking goes. So here we've got what I refer to as my forest line. So it's about a 3.5 metre long lead. So what we're working on, you can see as soon as I'm distracted because I'm talking to the phone, I'm distracted, he's instantly distracted. He also needs to poop. So that all affects, as you can see, the lead is pretty fully extended right now. But yes, good boy, but we have had a really, really good start. Waiting in the car before you invite him out, perfect. Waiting while I faff about with all the other dogs, which I've got on lead, waited like a champ, perfect. So now, because he's a new excited, this is a new walk, we've just started, we're under 10 minutes, that's always a lot of pulling and everything to begin with because you're just excited to be out, good lad. But what he is doing so much faster is loosening off that lead, being with us, walking beside us, as opposed to ping-ponging to the front all the time. Now, what did you see? If you don't know if you've caught that there, what he just did, he got to the end of the line, he could feel that pressure, and he slowed his pace down. So that's what we're really looking for. I know people get really stressed out when the lead gets under their legs and stuff, but I'm looking for him to feel a touch of pressure and to augment his step naturally, as opposed to leaning into it and pulling against pressure, pulling away from pressure. We want him to feel it and move into it to slacken it off. Ooh, 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 easy, easy. That's the exception, is obviously if it's getting uncomfortable in his leg, wait. We've worked on our wait cue. Wait, so I can sort him out. Wait, and I'm not going to let him to go off. He's got a sniff that he wants to get to. Access to all fun things, including sniffs, come through me. So what I'm looking for is, you can see how he's leaning into the lead. So I want him to release that pressure, just like that. Wait. So we can loosen it off. Not yet, buddy. Almost though. Almost. What I'm just looking for is him to stand still so I can give him the cue. Lovely shake off. We like that. So no pressure on the lead, so I can say, good boy, go sniff. That's what I wanted. So he doesn't automatically just pop off to do his own thing or to get to the sniff, which he was really interested in. I can use the opportunity once I've got no pressure in that harness to say go sniff and let him go to what it is he's interested in and what he wants to do. Access to the outside and fun stuff still comes through me. Let's not eat anything, thank you. He's doing really good with that as well because we've had a little bit of trouble with him eating acorns. He ended up with a little vet visit. So now we're having to work on the leave it command so that he doesn't scavenge when we're out and about, and he's doing absolutely great with that, as you could see. One cue and he was off. And now we're back to a nice happy wag. So when you've got dogs like Miss Ava who go up front, it can be harder for other dogs that have to remain on lead for a reason. They want to be up front as well. It takes a little bit of time for them to understand that they just can't pop off with the other dogs. It's just understandable why that's confusing for them. So we're just taking our time with that. But this is so much better, and this is what we're getting more and more of, is this lovely 2-finger loose lead, even a little bit of trailing. Can't go there, buddy, that's not our property. Good lad. Bit more listening. Yeah, okay, it's not a breed that's going to give me heaps and heaps of eye contact. Like, he is busy, he is sniffing, he is doing exactly what he's meant to do. I'm not going to pressurise him for heaps of eye contact because, main reason being because he is paying attention to me. He flicks his ears, it's in his body language. You can tell when, you give him one cue and he's listening to it. He is clicked into me, even though he's aware now that I'm at this end of this piece of fabric and that we're on this walk together. So, as I said, because of the type of breed he is and because what he's happy doing on his walk as well, I'm not going to pressurise him for heaps and heaps of eye contact. It's just some dogs, it's grand, it's perfect for them. With him though, he wants access to the outdoors. And how we've learned to get access to the outdoors, there's that poop, I don't have to film that, is listen to me, be with us, keep that pressure off that harness, and when we can enjoy our time together. Isn't that right, my darling boy? Do you like him? Yes, he's a good boy. Yes, he's a good boy. And even better, he comes up for a bit of fuss and attention. Yes, good lad, good boy. So I'm glad we finally got it filmed, Artie. We did. Oh, see, I'm going to sort that leg out again. Artemis, wait. Artemis, wait. Good, wait. Good. So again, means I can sort. Whoa, 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 bud, I'm right here. That's it. Let me sort this out. So because we've worked on that wait command or cue, it means I can sort the lead out if I have to. And the same thing again, before he just pops off. Good, shake off, buddy. Wait. I'm going to wait so I can loosen this off. So I'm going to then say, good boy, go sniff. Yes. So this is day 22. And that's how well we're doing. He did it again. I'll just point it out. Felt the pressure on his harness and he backed his gait off. So he slowed down for me. So here we go again. This is the last example. So if he gets a bit distracted, we might have to wait a wee bit more. So there's the acknowledging. Yes, couple of steps towards me to slacken it off. Walk continues. Such good progress. So one last thing I wanted to add on, whilst I remember. Oh, you got a spiky? Got it. Was to talk about the motivation a little bit for Artemis. So Artemis will take the odd biscuit on a walk, but he's just kind of doing it to being obliging. He's not really food motivated on a walk. Food motivated in the house, yes. Food motivated in the garden, yeah, a bit. Food motivated on a walk in the forest, nah, not really. He is more interested in his environment and being a hound and exploring and listening for creatures and digging and things like that. Mostly sniffing. So I use that as his reward. As I said in my previous video, his reward for me for listening to my weight cue, for not putting pressure on the lead, for proximity to me and the gang, is all access to the environment, which, as you can see, he just loves so much. So I'm really only asking for a couple of things from him in order for him to be able to enjoy what he enjoys doing, which is this. What have you found? Did you find a mouse? Oh, we're going to dig a hole. We're going to dig a hole. Jurassic Park. Good lad. And the other thing is not just access to the stuff, but that really is the main one, but to help him understand what it is I'm looking for, praise. Oh my goodness, all the praise. And I mean like over the top, enthusiastic praise, so that I break through literally all the noise going on in his head of fox and deer and mice and everything else that his brain is flooded with right now, all these interests. So yeah, when I get what I want, I'm going to do a quick example. So it's still nice and loose though. Do you see how much more proximity he's given us? He's not just trying to get right to what's your pause, babe? Not trying to get to the furthest point, most point of the walk away from us. He's very much with the group, hanging out, which is lovely. Still gets to do the same thing, still gets to sniff, still gets to explore. I'm not constantly cueing him, I'm not constantly calling him, I'm not constantly asking for sits. We're just together. This is what he wants to do. And I just want a couple of behaviours from him. Loose lead, a little bit of acknowledging that I'm at the end of it. So, we're doing so good today. I'm happy. I mean, even, I said in the last video, you have good and bad days. You also have good and bad sections on a walk. And the beginning's always challenging. The beginning is always challenging because they're so excited to be out. So you've got to work against that. You've got that excitement against you, basically. But I might have another section. Maybe we go past the trail that a deer went through not long ago. You'll see his body language change. He'll get really excited. He'll start darting back and forth. And then the listening becomes a little harder for him because his brain is just deer, 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 scent, deer. So if we go a little bit of tightness, I'm just going to stand, wait for him to ease off. Good boy. There we go. Nice easing off. Well done. Good, Artemis. So if he goes to the end again, I'm just going to raise my criteria a little bit. Good boy. I'm going to ask for a little bit more. I want him to come a little bit further back. A little bit of a help. Come on, babe. Yes, good boy. Enthusiastic praise, even when he just takes a step towards me. Like, it's hot, cold. Yes, that's what I'm looking for. No, this isn't what I'm looking for. Which means I just stand. We're not getting access. Yes, good boy. That was much closer to me. Slackened it off. Listened to my cues. Good boy. And we continue with the walk. There we go. Lovely. So happy with this progress. And obviously this is, as I say, forest walking with the forest lead, 3.5 metre lead. This is our routine that we're building for this lead. When we're in town and we have a short lead on, it's different again. I'll go through that hopefully another time. Good boy. This way. Yes, good listening. Good boy.